everybody, welcome back to another episode of Get Inspired, Stay Inspired. It is great to have you back here with me, and for those of you who are new, welcome. It's a joy to have you join our little group. Don't forget, if you're new, to subscribe, and for those of you who've been part of this journey and tuning in to another episode, or you're listening to another episode as you normally have been, then smash the like button for me, and hopefully that will get the channel noticed and help us to grow as a group. And hopefully I can do more in terms of sharing this information, sharing this knowledge, sharing this wisdom with yourselves and more people that are out there. But thank you so much for being here with me. As always, it's a joy on my part to do another episode for you. I always find it very, it allows me to self-express myself, put it that way. And although video is not been one of the easiest things I've had to conquer, I have progressed, and with your loving support and your camaraderie, I have got this far, and I think I've done over 50 episodes or so. So that's all thanks to you and your amazing support. So how are you doing? How are things getting on for you in your life? I hope everything is going well. As I always say, if it's not going very well, then you've come to the right place. If things are going okay and you just wish to kind of explore what this video is about, then you've also come to the right place, because I'm definitely going to be enlightening you and sharing more of my soulful inspiration, my channeled writings, and my knowledge and wisdom about a whole host of subjects, and hopefully that will make you feel even better. So there we go. Let's think about today what we're going to talk about, what we're going to tackle. As always, I'm going to read one of my channel passages, kind of delve into it deeper. Let's kind of unpick it, or kind of get an essence of what the deeper meaning is. And I kind of been doing that throughout the series. Obviously some have been a bit longer than others, but somehow, some way, I always find more information to reveal to you about this particular topic and about what we're going to be delving into. By the way, if you would like to kind of join or be part of this whole process, you can pick up for free at my website, alicia.com, the 30 Days of Empowerment series, which is what I'm working through now as I'm talking to you and delving deeper into things for you. So go across, grab yourself a copy, and you can follow along. It's amazing audio, so you can just listen to it in your own time, anywhere that you can actually listen to, audio, your phone, your tablet, whatever. And by all means, what I'm talking about in this episode, I will be definitely delving deeper than what the audio does, but it's a really nice thing to listen to pick you up if you kind of want to feel empowered. So go along and claim that, it's yours. Don't do it now though. Finish watching this video, then go and do it. But I leave the details in the description for you anyway, okay? Well, what are we going to talk about today? Well, this particular passage that I'm going to share with you is, as we've been kind of working through the series, it is about empowerment. And we spoke a lot in the previous episodes about empowering ourselves and how to, kind of understand and acknowledge and accept inner empowerment so that you can then use it to apply in your life. Well, in this video, we're going to look at how to empower others. And this ties in with this whole concept of leadership, which is something we covered in the previous episode. By the way, if you haven't gone back and watched some of the previous episodes, please do, as it will definitely help you get up to speed with how far we've come and what we're talking about now, some of the terms and terminology that I'll be using. But you know what, if you haven't gone back, don't worry, I'll still cover stuff for you so that you can feel a part of this episode, and later on you can go back and watch some of the previous episodes. I think one of my favourite ones is episode 37, and obviously all of them do cover this along the way, but I think that was a major turning point, that particular episode, so definitely check that one out. So today's passage says, "When I am empowered, let me be willing to share this ability with others and encourage them to realize that they can be empowered too." Now, when I think of this passage, and I'm just reading it right now, I thought to myself, hang on a minute, this is what I'm doing. This is really the work that I'm doing. Let me be willing to share the ability with others and encourage them to realize they can be empowered too. And, you know, that's kind of like a big statement for me, and one that, you know what, if you're part of the Get Inspired, Stay Inspired series, you are now becoming empowered in your own right by learning what I've been sharing, by, you know, taking on board some of the techniques and processes and concepts I've been sharing with you. Now, if you're getting it and you feel you're becoming more empowered, don't forget to leave comments about this, okay, for me, okay? But if you are feeling you are becoming empowered, then the next stage or the next step, which is what I've been doing, is to share this ability with others and encourage them to realize they can be empowered too. Now, this whole concept of sharing, like, you know, like when you kind of start the video, I say things like, oh yeah, don't forget to share and like and da 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 da. You know, these are words which are being shared obviously at the beginning of the video, because, you know, this is a YouTube channel and I'm trying to get information out there. But do you know what? This whole concept of sharing is a powerful one, because when I think about it, I can teach and teach as much as I can, but if it's not going to be expanded or shared with others, or you are not going to take on board the things I'm teaching and begin kind of sharing it yourself with others, then, you know, what is it all for? The process of empowerment is to encourage others. And I love it that it used the words, encourage them to realize they can be empowered too. And fair enough, I can sort of sit back and say, hey, okay, with the Soul Whisperer teachings, the knowledge and the wisdom I've gleaned from everything I've written and come to know as part of this process, all of this, in my kind of view, I have tried to share. Now, once it is shared, it is something that you can share too. You know, you may think to yourself, listen, I got my own problems, you know, I've got my own challenges. I need to kind of overcome this in my life, overcome that. It could range from financial stuff. It could range from relationships, love, work, career, all ranges, the relationships you're having with your children or your family, or, you know, your co-workers. You know, whatever you're facing or whatever you're undergoing right now, those challenges are definitely going to be important. And what I'm teaching you is going to help you overcome and get through them in your own way. We spoke about being able to teach people stuff, but ultimately they're going to need to have to apply it in their own way. And, you know, this is a good path to be on, to be taking, to be undergoing in your own way. But over and above that, we've also got to take into consideration that, you know, we don't live on an island. You know, I mean, actually, you know, where I am, it is an island, but, you know, in a way, you're not here alone. You are here as part of humanity. We all have a unique goal, a unique destiny to fulfill as part of our life's journey. Now, once you become aware of your path or your destiny or your journey, there's no greater gift, as I would call it, there's no greater gift that you can give another person, which is to make them aware, or to open the doorway, or to open their understanding about alternative things they have at their disposal. Do you know what I mean? We tend to live life very, very blinkered, and it's easy, you know, to have the blinkers on and, you know, to kind of see yourself as like, this is the only way and this is the way I do things. And, you know, I spoke a lot about belief systems and having particular belief systems which, you know, have come to be a part of your life. And it's all very well sometimes when, you know, you focus on yourself. That's great because, you know, for anything to happen in your life, you have to work on yourself first. But then when you feel that you are getting into a better place, you are getting into a better position in life, you are confident about who you are confident about many of the things that I've taught you, and you're feeling the benefit of those things, and you're beginning to say, you know what, I do feel empowered now. You can begin to say, you know what, I need to share some of this empowerment. You know, you can sort of be confronted with situations where you feel you're rising, and then you look to someone you know, a friend, family, mother, father, brother, sister, you know, boyfriend, husband, wife, you name it. And you look at them and you say, wow, I seem to be rising with the knowledge I know and the things I'm learning and the things I'm doing. But, you know, so-and-so looks really down, or so-and-so needs a helping hand, or, you know, they need a little bit of positivity and guidance and so on in their life. And this is the power of being able to share your empowerment, you know, by be willing to offer this ability with others and to others, and to encourage them, like I have encouraged you, to realize that you can become empowered too. You know, it's an amazing feeling to empower others, to teach others, to see others grow. I mean, that's my point of view. Maybe you haven't thought about it. You know, have you thought about what you can do with the knowledge you now know and the things that you're learning? You know, how you can impact someone else's life by sharing a sense of empowerment, by sharing knowledge and wisdom with them that could change, you know, what they perceive to be the limitations they have, or how they perceive themselves in life. You know, they'll say to you, gosh, I'm really glad I spoke to you, because I came away feeling really kind of, you know, more empowered within myself. You might be encouraging them to do something that they never thought about doing, or you might have seen something within them that, you know, you felt, gosh, I feel they've got a talent here or an ability here. Let me kind of encourage them to revisit this power or gift or ability, and let them kind of see it as something that they can make use of to better themselves. You sometimes see people really talented at things, but you know what? They're not using those talents. They're not using those gifts. And sometimes they get low and they begin to think, you know what? It doesn't matter if I just kind of, you know, let all this, you know, go to the dogs or whatever. But you can come in and encourage them and say, no, you can do it. if you are, I know I speak a lot about parents, and many of you may not even be parents yet, but you can take on board some of these concepts that I'm sharing with you to kind of apply in the future. And if you are a parent, whether it's little ones or grown or whatever, your encouragement and, you know, what you can give to those you care or love about, that power of knowing that, you know, you can support them in the best way you can by what you're sharing with them, what you're saying with them. You know, it's an amazing way to kind of evolve as an individual. Fair enough. I mean, as many of my kind of writings say, and a lot of my work encourages you to do, is to work from the inside out. You know, everything is an inner job for sure. And, you know, all the changes you want to affect or you want to create or manifest in your life, you're definitely going to have to start from within. And this is why all my work begins from a soulful level inwardly to kind of expand outwardly. But what is the power in this if you can then go on like I'm doing now, and what you can do going forward, where you find a way to empower others too, you know. So this gives meaning to, like, when I'm doing, say, a video and I say share it, you know, I really do mean, you know, share it, because you don't know how important it will be to someone else to maybe hear something. Maybe you've heard it and you're saying to yourself, I get it, you know, but maybe someone else hasn't got it. Like, maybe if you're watching for the very first time and you're coming into all this and you're thinking, gosh, what's she talking about? You know, you may not have got as far as some of the people that have been part of the series. So you begin to get stirred by what I'm saying, or you begin to get a little bit motivated. And then you say, okay, I'm going to go back and learn and find out more about some of the Soul Whisperer teachings and so on and so forth. And you start to grow in your knowledge, you start to apply things. And then beyond that, your evolution is also to share it beyond yourself and to help support others and to help others grow and evolve, just like you're doing. And, you know, if you view leadership, for example, you know, it's all very well saying, I am a leader now, but you're not going to last forever. How can you share that gift of leadership with others? How can you recognize within others important things that you can point out to them, that you can kind of encourage them to see within themselves? And maybe it will take them further than they ever envisaged. Or, you know, you may play a hand or have a part to play in awakening their soulful journey. And, you know, and as you do so, your soulful journey becomes awakened, and awakened even more so than you thought possible. That's the power of empowerment and soulful empowerment, which is something, you know, for sure I work hard to kind of share. Now, for those of you who don't know me, all my channeled works and writings, like the one we're just talking about now, come from a soulful place, okay? And they are, I discovered, they are words that are supposed to be spoken to your soul. So although in each episode we just read them, the reason I delve deeper is so that they can actually touch your soul and allow you to kind of make use of them in a more powerful way than just reading them as words, but viewing them, delving into them, kind of unpicking the wording, but seeing deeper between the lines. And, you know, what does this mean? What is it saying to you? What is it trying to encourage you to do on a soulful level. You know, how you can learn more about your soul to apply in your physical life. In the previous episode, we spoke a lot about this concept of partnership, which is one of the key things that I feel came out of my writings. And, you know, one of the things it said is that we are existing in partnership with our soul, with, you know, the energy of what existed before we physically came here. And the soul is the key to that partnership. We also spoke about, you know, the physical partnership, as I call it, which is with the mind, the body, and so forth. And then there's the inner partnership, which is with your soul and your inner spirit, and a universal partnership, which is with the universe, or with whoever you believe, or, you know, you wish to kind of bond yourself to externally. And, you know, the soul is one of the key elements that contribute to that partnership. And the reason being is that the soul, and this is what I found through my writings, is the soul brings with it all the universal knowledge you need to know in your physical life. And often I say, don't kind of think that you came here alone. You came bundled with a toolkit of soulful or universal knowledge to support you on this physical journey. What my teachings do is allow you to tap into it, to understand it, to know it's there, to know you can make use of it, to know that, you know, when you are confronted with a challenge or you are confronted with a situation and you're looking to your mind, that's not the only place to look or perceive that you can find an answer. Your soul already knows all the answers to everything that you're going to need in this physical life. But if you've ignored your soul all this time, how are you going to tap into it? It's like you have probably been existing in the world and not even considered how you're going to do that. You know, how? The good news is I show you how. So definitely go back and watch the previous episodes. It's all in there. If, by the way, you're not kind of video inclined or audio inclined, then, you know, I have written a lot of this material in my books. Now, the Soulful Pathway series, it's easy to get hold of. They're not very much, and you can kind of get all this knowledge and wisdom there. I give it in a very simplified form. So kind of if you're new to all this, that will serve you perfectly. If you don't want to listen through loads and loads of video or audio, you know, if you get one of those books from part of the series, I do cover this whole process of how to engage in your soul. Fair enough, it's a very simplified version, but it's enough to get you going. And as I said, I'm going to make available, and I will leave it in the description, an audio that I've put together which will talk about soul engagement and mind engagement. And you may think, well, I can learn to engage with my soul, but what do I need to engage with the mind? And one of the key things I speak about is it's very, very important that you do engage the mind in anything you learn or come to understand on a soulful level. Because if you don't, it's not going to manifest physically for you. You're going to need the mind to support you soulfully to make things happen in this physical world or in this physical realm. If you don't incorporate the mind, you're going to split off in tangents, and the mind is going to do its thing, and often things come up from a place of fear and worry, and you know, things start going downhill. But if you come from a soulful place and you begin to rise with the knowledge and wisdom you're gaining, and you begin to feel that, wow, this is working for me, then you can begin to apply that with the mind, and they can work in tandem. And once you kind of get this, you have to share it. You know, even if you say, oh, you know, find out more about Alicia and her Soul Whisperer teachings, or you get a book, or you get audio. As I said, half of the stuff on my website is free, so go and get there and claim it. Grab a hold of it. You can join me on Twitter, you can join me on Instagram, you can join me on Facebook. I am pumping this material out there to the best of my ability to keep sharing and inspiring others. And you can be part of that. And, if you keep sharing it, hopefully we will grow and we can share more of this and spread it beyond ourselves across the globe to all of humanity. That's really what my kind of destiny is. So yeah, if you start sharing stuff with me, then you are part of that destiny. And I'm really grateful for anyone who does retweet or share what I do. And it's been an amazing journey, kind of putting all this information out there. And I'm really, really pleased that I'm reaching a point where fair enough, I was doing a lot of writing, but now I'm also teaching it. So, what happens with the stuff that you teach people, they go on to teach others, and that's powerful. And this, I guess, is what it's all about. So I really do love this passage about be willing to share this ability with others. And that can also, by the way, incorporate other things, not just what I'm sharing with you, but other things in your life that you're really good at and you've come to know, and, wisdom you have, knowledge you have as part of your life's journey. I'm sharing soulful knowledge and wisdom that has come through my channeled writings, but there's other things that that you've discovered, that you've grown to learn in your life, that you can now share and support others with, and help them grow and help them evolve in the way that you have, with the knowledge you have as well. So wow, it's all out there. We can do it. We can really, really do it. So let's definitely see how far we go. Don't forget to leave the comments for me about how you're doing. What did you think about today's video? Did it touch you? Did you feel like, wow, I thought about empowering myself, but not empowering others? Think about that. Even if what I'm teaching you is just a tiny bit, you've got life lessons and soulful lessons of your own to share with others. So make sure you go ahead and do that, okay? Well, I'm really, really pleased you joined me. If you like what I do and you wish to become a patron, please feel free to check out my Patreon page in the description below. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe. That is fantastic. If you are someone who's been around for a while, smash the like button, share the videos, as we've been talking about sharing, get them out there. Let's get this channel growing. Why? So I can do more and I can be in a position to offer more to those who are interested in my soulful work or my soulful teachings, to apply for themselves in their own lives. So I really feel it's great to be helping others with this work, and I hope you find the same too. So, well, I'm going to love and leave you for now, but as I always say, have an amazing day and an amazing week, and look out for the next episode coming soon. Take care. Bye.